So today we want to demonstrate a script for doing a second check on a brachytherapy plan. This is a cylinder plan. This script was developed for our clinical purposes, so the workflow might be different at different institutions. For our institution, we have a Mosaic record and verify system, and a lot of the entry that goes into the Mosaic is just for manual tracking purposes, so in case we have to do any queries, we can get that information. In terms of the BrachyVision script that I'm going to demonstrate, there are a couple of things that you need to do. The first one is to actually print a reference file. This reference file allows us to get some coordinate information for different points that we are trying to track. The reason why we had to have a text file is we didn't have the latest version of BrachyVision, but in the latest version of BrachyVision you can actually write it into the script, so you don't have to create this text file. So if I go in and I say print report, and then I select my reference point export window new.tml file, and then I'm going to click this and save it as a text file. So when I run the script, I'm going to select that text file. So that's why I'm just making sure where I'm saving it. So now that the file has been saved, I will go into Tools, Scripts, and this is the plan evaluation script that we have developed here at our institution. I'm going to select that script and run it. It's asking me to go and select that file. So that's the file that we just created, the text file. I select that text file. And here is the comparison. So this is what we expect for a standard, and all this information that we are getting is from Mosaic record and verify system. The script can automatically connect to the Mosaic database and get that information. It's doing a comparison against what should be the standard and what was actually done in the planning system. And if there is an error, like in terms of verified or unverified, it shows up as a red color, so the physicist can pay more attention to what happened. In this case, I'm running a patient from a long time back. I'm running it today, so that's why you can see that it says unverified for the date, because this is from last year May and I'm trying to run the script in September. This first screen is giving all the patient demographics information. It gives you some planning directive information, like what was in Mosaic and what is actually entered into the BrachyVision. It checks the image import and registration to make sure everything is labeled according to the institution standards. And then the patient orientation is head first supine. If there's any error there, it will show up as red. It also checks the secondary data set to make sure that information is verified as well. I can go ahead, click forward, and here it's giving me information of the treatment plan. What was the plan template that was used, what was the target volume, the dose per fraction, number of fractions, what is the total dose, and the treatment unit. This next one is verifying all those reference points that I had mentioned earlier in the text file. It's taking the information and actually comparing it against the standard that we expect it to be. So we have a 5mm left line, a 5mm right line, the top, and then the dwell line generation to sort of get the dwell times. So all of these are compared, and anytime it's outside a certain tolerance, it is set as unverified. Here it shows the dwell control window, just showing how the dwell times are distributed for this particular patient. It also gives you the activity of the calibration and the activity on the plan creation date. This next screen is an independent dose verification that we have done based on TG43. Again, the green, everything is good. Red means that there's a discrepancy, it's more than 5%. It allows our physicists to pay more attention to these things and see why it could have been, and then they can make a note of the failure. And that's the end of the second check program that we run. This program mainly checks information within the planning system. So in terms of plan quality and everything, that has to be done independently by the physicist. They would also have to verify the registration between the data sets, make sure the digitization of the applicator is correct and the template that was chosen was correct. Thank you.